Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. You have already watched few video tutorials on chapter coal and petroleum. We'll pick up few questions which will help you to present your answers properly as far as this chapter is concerned. We'll begin from the start of this chapter. The first question is, what do you mean by natural resources? Right? We all know what are natural resources. Natural resources are there around us here, provided by nature, such as sunlight, air, and water. These are the natural resources. Right? What about wildlife? So, is wildlife natural resource? What about a fuel? Is it a natural resource? Yes. Whatever is there on earth at present, including vegetation, right? Trees, forest, and what we have already studied, water, air, forest, wild animals, all are natural resources. So to present your answers, you have to write it in brief. So you can refer this answer. You can improvise also, but read properly. Now in this video, what you have to do is take notes of all these questions and answers, modify it as per your understanding, right? So resources which are provided by nature are natural resources. The examples are, which I have already told you, air, water, energy, sunlight, and so many, because they are derived from land, soil, and animals which are already there. The coal is also a natural resources, right? So the next question is, what are inexhaustible natural resources? Now the term itself will explain us. Inexhaustible, right? They are unlimited. So this is the point you should always remember. Inexhaustible, because they are unlimited. They are available in the nature all time, such as a wind energy, which is actually because of air, right? Solar energy because of sunlight, right? All these are, inexhaustible. They are plenty in nature and they will not be getting over. So therefore they are inexhaustible natural resources. So how will you put this answer on paper? So again, put them in point, and whenever you find some sentences, some group of words are more important in your paragraph, underline it when it comes to examination, right? So these two are very important, I felt, so I have underlined here. So you can pause the video here and write down this question as well as answer, underline key points. Okay, I'll refer, these are keywords. Okay, if you remember these keywords, you will remember the entire paragraph. Now we shall see about what are exhaustible natural resources. What are exhaustible natural resources? The moment you read this question, a word which should flash in your mind is resources which are limited in quantity or exhaustible resources. Because you see, wildlife, it's natural, right? But they are exhaustible. Already you must have heard that tigers are few in numbers. Our forest, we are losing forest day by day. Right? So one day will come, we may not have more of forest, which is essential for our living. Again, these are in limited quantities. What about coal, which is formed underground? It is in limited quantity. So if fuel is not available, just think of the transport. Imagine a world without transport. It will be very difficult for us. So most of the natural resources are exhaustible. They will be getting over and finished. And therefore your answer should be right. They are limited in nature and they get exhausted. They will be over if not used in sustained manner. Sustained manner means you use in a sustained manner, means using in such a way that it will be there for a long time. Right? For instance, forest, fossil fuels, coal, petroleum, all are exhaustible natural resources. Again, you have to put answers in specific points and underline wherever it is required. Next question is, what are fossil fuels? The moment you read this word fossil fuel, you should have few words in your mind immediately, and they are: fossil fuels are organic material. So immediately it should flash in your mind. And why they are, and therefore why they are organic materials? They are actually a dead plant and animals, right? So they will be of dead plants and animals. Organic means natural material. And then what happens? Decomposition, decaying. And why decaying? High heat and pressure, all that results into fossil fuel. They are pressed. Understood? And examples are, for example, coal, petroleum, diesel, gas, all are fossil fuels. So when you present your answer, for that I have highlighted here with the yellow color font. So they are the organic material. They are formed by decay because of high pressure and temperature for many years deep inside the earth crust. Right? So these are again main points. So this will help you to score more in exam. So how you present is very important. Next question. Mention the classification of the fossil fuel. So straightway we'll get the answer here. Fossil fuels are classified into coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Again, in coal you will get many fuels. In petroleum, plenty. Right? So you can write a flowchart like diagram that fossil fuels are classified into coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Next question. Write short note on coal. So instead of splitting a question on coal, I have taken a bit lengthier question, and that's why it's a writing of short note, such as coal is black colored substance, right? Remember this. So this is very important word, black colored substance. So what does it combine? It is composed of carbon and hydrogen, nitrogen, and few amount of even oxygen and sulfur, right? So in the coal there are three types of coals, right? They are called anthracite, bituminous, and lignite coal. You must have studied this in geography, right? Anthracite is a hardest coal and lot of carbon is there in this, so it gives more of energy, right? And lignite is a softest coal with less of carbon, whereas in between the lignite and anthracite, bituminous stands. And you have already studied that when you heat this coal in absence of air, what are the three things which are formed? Coke and coal gas. Can you recall one more? Coal tar. Refer previous videos. Now, how is this coal formed? We have already studied this, that about 300 million years before, the land, wetland you can call it as, got submerged due to a flooding under the soil, and that soil for many years deposited over and over, and that has put more of high pressure and temperature and finally converted the dead vegetation into coal. Now how will you present this answer on paper? All that point which you have seen in visuals, you should write it in your own terms. Again, I am telling you that you have to put them in point. You can pause this video, read properly, right? Modify your answers, and with a very good handwriting, you should write on the paper, right? What are the uses of coal then? Just imagine, had this coal been not there or discovered, then we would not have had a first railway engine, right? In the earlier days, coal was used to produce steam in the railway engines to make them run. And we all know that, it is used to cook food, to produce electricity, right? When coal is heated, this is coal, and it gives heat, and that heat boils water, and that makes a fast moving steam which will turn turbines, and thus electricity is produced. We shall see details on production of electricity in different chapter. So remember, coal is used in production of electricity and also in the industries, right? So this is all about coal. So we started with write short notes on coal, and in that we have seen the different properties of coal, types of coal, and then how formation of coal, and then uses of coal, right? So we shall deal with few more questions and then the textbook questions in the next videos. These questions are more important as far as your exams are concerned. Okay, I know you have already learned all these things, but now you have to focus on how you will present your answer on paper. We'll see in the next video. Stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you.